Today, guys, on Beer Geek Nation, we are looking at a European import. I've wanted to kind of get more of those under my belt, so we're looking at a beer from Evil Twin Brewing. This is the beer formerly known as Blackout Imperial Porter, coming at 10.2% alcohol by volume. This was brewed and bottled in De Molen, Holland. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure about the name on this one. I tried to look up, was there a legal issue? Was it originally called Blackout because of the Great Lakes beer, or I don't know. So if you guys know, please comment below. I just couldn't find it. So without further ado, let me get into a glass so you guys know how it smells, tastes, and give you the final verdict on the beer formerly known as Blackout. All right, guys, the aroma on the beer formerly known as Blackout. Yeah, definitely getting those stout / imperial porter type qualities right up front. Chocolate, coffee, vanilla. Big roast to this one. You definitely get a lot of roasty grains. It almost smells like spent grains from a brewery. A little bit of alcohol, a little bit of a sugary sweetness, some licorice in there as well. Yeah, it's a really interesting smelling beer. All right, guys, so the taste on the beer formerly known as Blackout. Cheers. All right, yeah, right at the front of the tongue, exactly what I would expect. Chocolate, coffee, bitterness, a nice kind of residual vanilla sweetness right at the front of the tongue. Middle of the mouth though, this beer really just has a life of its own. Lots of that roasty, almost toasty graininess. It tastes like how like coffee grinds smell, or fresh brewed coffee. Again, more of like spent grains, that kind of fresh roasty graininess. More dark chocolate, more milk chocolate, vanilla, coffee bean characters coming out in this one. A slight kind of licorice undertone and a black licorice kind of sweetness to help kind of accentuate some of those flavors. And I don't believe there's actually licorice in this one. The finish on this one is interesting. I'm kind of torn. It's a little bit dry, it's a little bit sweet, but again, aftertaste, more of that dark chocolate, more coffee again in the aftertaste. Definitely more there than anywhere, and a little bit of that licorice, a little bit of like a leather type of flavor to it, more of that graininess. 10.2%, you do definitely feel the alcohol. You do taste it as far as like a sweetness a little bit, but it does help to kind of blend those flavors and move them along. Definitely a sipping beer, but a very interesting take on the style. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Evil Twin Brewing, the beer formerly known as Blackout, coming to 10.2%. I believe this was actually brewed in July of 2012, so you might still be able to find it. I know I was. Guys, I'm going to give this one a B+. It's a really interesting take on the porter / imperial porter style. With that said, getting a B+ for me, and remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.